Okay, folks, Jim here. Holy smokes, I almost forgot to do this video. I sanded this thing down. It's all down. I had put a guide coat on there. I don't know if I did a video on the guide coat, but I did it. Look at that fan. I see it in fast motion, but it goes slow on the film. That's kind of cool, huh? Anyway, that's a rag. It's not bad body work. Anyway, so yeah, we had, like, here's an area right here where it's all rust and all. I'm not sure what that is right there. A little bit of primer, or sorry about that. I'm sure of what it is. It's a little bit of the body plastic. When I sand it through just there, but we'll catch that later on. I'll put a sealer on there. Anyway, I did not prime this because holy smokes, it was just, you know, I'm gonna put an adhesion promoter on this here and hope that it does its job. I didn't sand it. I sanded the other plastic stuff and I primed it because there was lacquer on there. On here, it's just molded in color from the factory. Anyway, so up here, because I had lacquer on here too, I sanded it down, made it nice. Up here, I sanded really not so good right there. It looks like it's gonna, I'll get it. Anyway, here's rubber, sanded, and then this here's like fiberglass type of plastic stuff. I don't know what they used in the old days. I could look into it. How about a few folks look into it if you're interested? Got a little sand through right there. You can see him shining away. We'll hit him with some sealer before I go, before I start paint. Anyway, so you know, the door handles are all nice, and remember they were all ugly and rusty and all. Whoever put this on from the factory, you probably couldn't tell when it was on the car, but look, it's a little crooked, a little bit. Cadillac quality, right? Anyway, right now what I'm doing is taping it up, and it wasn't necessary to go down into here, so I didn't. But up here I wanted to make sure that any cracks or any imperfections were sealed. I did up the top too, of course. There you go. I want to see. Look at that. That primer is actually shiny. You can actually see stuff outside. Anyway, I took all my tape off. I had everything taped. All the chrome was taped. All the trim was taped. I took off the moldings just because they came off nice. Normally I would just, well, I did tape before I primed on it, but then I thought, you know what, I'll take them off. I can get in there a little bit better with paint. And it's only, I don't know, 7 screws, something like that. So right now I'm taping things off, and see it getting in there real good. Can't see any chrome. That means that I did a good job. Okay, see, there you go. We're gonna keep this one a short little video here. Oops, looks at that little bit of. I'm gonna have to get after that there. It's when I paint, I don't want that flying out at me. Anyway, so and then I decided to take this out too because I knew I'm gonna get some turbulence around in here, and then when I sand and buff, if I get dust, well, I'm gonna get dust. We all know that it's gonna get dust. So we'll get the dust back off. We'll try to shoot this in as smooth as we can, because this fella here wants the car paint to be smooth. Some people like that little bit of factory original texture, orange peel some people call it. I'm okay with it because then it doesn't show the imperfections as much. You see, now if it's all smooth and all, then any kind of a scratch or a scrape, or when you wipe, you're going to see it. You know, with the orange peels on there, just a little bit. You know, a lot of cars have it. I mean, most cars have it. Anyway, but he wants it smooth, so we're gonna smooth it. And this case here, smooth, doesn't cost extra. I bid this job at $1,800 2 years ago. Finally got it. He didn't finally get a job. I did, because I have other customers that take a long time too. And then I shoot in little jobs, and I do what do you call them? You know, smash cars, repairables. So I do them, and then let them loose to a new home. You know, well, first I drive them, you know, for a while, and then sell them later on, you know, when they're no more use to me, or when I decide I want something different. So anyway, and I just only do that every couple of years. So anywho, so this car here, we gotta tape it up. And here's the thing, Not that it really matters to you folks, but when I did this nice epoxy primer here, uh-oh, look at that. I touched my door. Left the oil marks on there. I'm gonna have to get that with wax and grease remover. You can just barely see my fingerprints there. See that? What a criminal. And I did that so I could get down in here. So I'm gonna get after, as soon as I get done with this video, sorry about that folks, almost knocked you over. I'll get that with some wax and grease remover. And I have another strange little darkness area around there too. I don't know what that means. But there you go. So, anyway, I was getting it. Well, I had this taped off, but I forgot this bottom part. And then when I hit the primer, see, look, see those little black dots? That there means I didn't quite sand enough right there. We'll get that too. Okay, I look over this really, really well. But anyway, I hit primer on here and just a little overspray. And I thought, oh my goodness, I'm gonna be working on that for the rest of my life. But turns out, not. I took lacquer thinner, and it sat for the weekend too. Took lacquer thinner, got over that real nice, and the lacquer thinner took care of it, thank goodness. Otherwise, it would have been stainless steel. I'd use 4 or 5/0. What do you call it? Stainless. Gosh dang it, wool. You know, the steel wool. Gosh darn it, steel wool. Anyway, and then I would have knocked it off, but then sometimes you get scratches, so you got to watch it. I could have buffed it off too, you know, but it works, so that's good. All right, well, there you go. Thanks for stopping by. I really appreciate you folks doing it. It's always fun when you come, so be good. Thanks a lot.